Hey everybody, welcome back. And before I get started, if you didn't already get in on the giveaway for the Kizer Muskrat EDC fixed blade, go check out my review of the Muskrat that I posted yesterday, and in the video it tells you how to enter that giveaway. I'm giving away this EDC fixed blade, the D2 version with the G10, a titanium pry bar from Kizer, nice thick pry bar too. Also a challenge coin from Kizer for their 11th anniversary. And I'll probably throw in a pocket knife as well. So it should be a decent little giveaway. I'm not going to waste too much time here because I talked about it in yesterday's review. In the pocket right now, gotta have the Divo knives, a Fireball. You've probably seen this one in the video I did the other day whenever these arrived. Yeah, if you didn't, go check that out. If you want to know when these will be dropping, I talked about all that in that video. And this bad boy has been in the pocket every single day. I'm about to start doing the testing on this for the actual testing portion for that review. And stay tuned for this one. Back in the pocket she goes. All right, we got 8 new knives to check out. First one is a pretty sweet looking knife. I'm sure y'all probably seen this. I think this was probably the thumbnail knife. This is the brand new Ketuo Mecha X. So as you can see, you have no visible hardware. Very clean lines here. At first I thought it was an integral, but as you see here, you got the little lever right here. This piece is covering this section. There's a lot going on, a lot of cool stuff, and some exceptional milling capabilities here. I mean, I'm mind blown. I find something new every single time I open it. You got a very minimal flipper tab, but it works outstanding. Watch. Yeah. And then you have these thumb discs, which I usually don't like, but they're slanted perfectly. And I can put my thumb right on top of that. No problem whatsoever. And let's see, can I reverse flick it? Yep, I can reverse flick it. And you have somewhat of a choil to put your finger up there. And a very interesting, I guess you call it modified tanto, this Japanese tanto section right here. Then you have this like clip up there at the tip. Fullers, full flat ground blasted finish. Good sharpening choil. Not my favorite type of sharpening choil, but you should have all the way to my fingernail before it'll start to widen. M390 steel. And check this out. Look, that's the lock bar inset that's kind of pushed over. And at first I thought this was the liner. I thought it was a liner lock. But this piece is actually connected to the lock bar. So it's actually fairly comfortable. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because I'm going to do a full testing and review of this one. And yeah, it never ceases to amaze me every time I get a Ketuo or a LEICHT knife. I am blown away by their machining capabilities. I know some of them or love it or hate it. You know, if you don't like more out there designs, then you definitely probably wouldn't like this one. I think it's interesting looking. I like the way it's set up. I like the way the blade cants down whenever it's kind of like a pistol grip right here. Nice and comfortable. So yeah, stay tuned. If you want to see this one, I'm excited about it. I'm interested to see how it performs, and I'm interested to take this thing apart. I almost did it last night, but I figured I'd do it on camera. I know you pull this back, and I think this thing slides off. This little sleeve right here probably allows you to get to a pivot underneath there or something. And yeah, blind screwed mill-tight clip. So no visible hardware at all. All right, a buddy of mine, he sent in 3 knives to the channel. First one, he thought it was one that I would be interested in. And I got to say, I'm pretty impressed. So number 2, we have the Boker Magnum Rockstub. And I used to never get any of the Magnum series because they just, of course, they're their most budget-friendly stuff and they weren't the best quality. So you have micarta scales, nice and grippy micarta. You have a deep carry, inset into the frame. As you can see there, it's reversible. Action, nice. You have this drop point blade, nice black wash finish there. Now, it's a budget knife. I think it's like 40 bucks. It does have a crossbar lock. So this one's in 440B steel. So not the best edge retention on 440B. But, you know, for the price, it could be a doable steel here. I'm going to test it out. I want to know how 440B holds up. Well, after he saw me show this HOKC Condor 2 beast of a knife, he had one as well, and he bought me another model. and got it sent in. So let's check this out. I gotta say, I like this one. I even had it in my cart whenever I had that other one in my cart. So this right here is the HOKC, is it the Varan? Now I don't like the speed holes, especially, look at that. Especially how big they are. Watch. I could stick my pinky through that. I could stick my index finger through that. So not that cool there. You got texture on the G10 scales, a thumb hole with the like beak right there. I like, look at this. The action on this thing is phenomenal. Watch this. I mean, comes out and comes out nice. Now the flipping action, great. You have, I think I measured it at 4.13 inches. Drop point or modified drop point, full flat ground. And if it has a geometry of that Condor 2, which it feels like it's nice and thin, it should perform pretty darn good. Now, it's only D2 steel, but, you know, if they do it good enough, it could be a good performer. Especially, I think he said he paid 27 bucks for this, or $28, something like that. I didn't get to check to see if these are still available, but if they're not, don't worry. They come back in stock quite often. Comfortable flipper tab. Look how far in front of that pivot it is. So nothing but leverage whenever you pull the thing back. You got red G10 liners for a pop of color, and I like the thickness on this one. It fills out the hand nice. Now I will say the thumb action for the thumb hole is not the best, especially in the reverse flick, because you clip this right here. So unless you can push it straight out, you're gonna hit the top of this right here. I can thumb flick it rather easy, but if I slow roll it, I'm hitting that corner as well. So, yeah, not the end of the world. It flips great. It feels decent in the hand. I hate the pocket clip. That was definitely an afterthought there. But I looked at a bunch of their knives, and that is always the afterthought for these HOKC knives. So let me know what y'all think about this one. It's another big one. Let's see. Put it up against the Condor. The Condor is a beast. So the Condor is a good bit longer. If you go, let's go butt to butt. So butt to butt, the Condor is pretty dang long. I think this new company is going to make some pretty big splashes in the knife community. We got a brand new brand with two awesome knife makers. So this is coming from Ticonic Knives, and this is the Ticonic 1. The two knife designers that are behind Ticonic Knives are Jeff from Tough Knives, the same person behind the Volsteed Psyop, and RS Knife Works, same person behind the RS Chaos. You can see the resemblance, especially from the Psyop, the blade grind, just like RS Knife Works did here with this compound grind. They did it on this one as well. Much more compact knife, as you can see there. And the Mini, let's see. It's a little bit bigger than the Mini, but you got about the same grip area. They had different variations of this. You can get it with the stone wash blade and just a plain tie like this, or the milling like this. They also had a black wash version as well. M390 drop point blade. Feels like it's got decent geometry, and it has the Volsteed top liner lock there. Little button compression lock, or what they call top liner lock. My medium-sized hands, I can just get a 4-finger grip on it if I'm choked back. I can kind of choke up. I wish they would have went into the scale a little bit here to make this, you know, a nice forward finger choil. But, yeah. So far, the only thing that I noticed that I didn't really like is the fact that this pocket clip hovers a little bit above the frame. And I think they did that because of this texture. Now, it still goes in and out of the pocket decently, but this is still going to destroy the pants over time, but we'll have to wait and see. I bought this one myself so I could check it out and show y'all on the channel. So the two from Ticonic teamed up with Volsteed, and Volsteed's helping them in their production, as you can tell. So if you're wondering, you know, how did they use this top liner lock and stuff, and why does it look a lot like the full-size Psyop, that's why. So let me know what y'all think about this one. These are available. I will have everything that is available linked down in the description. And I got to say, I'm pretty impressed with. So I've had a good bit of Olitans knives on the channel, and I've been impressed with Olitans, especially for their price point. So I saw this next one, and I thought it looked very, very interesting. So we have a brand new model for Olitans. This is the Olitans G053. So it has contoured G10, as you can see, smooth G10. You can get black. You can get a black blade with the black. There's a bunch of different colors, red, Ultim, white. There might be a few others. Thumb stud deploying knife. You do have a deep carry clip that is inset into the G10, and it's not reversible though. G10 geared backspacer. The action, stellar. So I just love the open profile of this one. Very versatile, full flat ground drop point blade, nice top swedge, and they use a 14C 28 steel. One of my favorite budget steels. Excellent, excellent budget steel. So you have a crossbar lock. The Omega springs on this are dialed very, very nicely. Nice smooth action. You do have a small row of jumps there. I call it moderate traction. Sharpening choil looks like it's coming right down the back of that edge. So don't love that, but this one is only 48 bucks. I get a full size grip on it, my medium sized hands. Got a lanyard hole for the lanyard people. Let me see something. Yeah, you could, if you needed to open that up, you could. Just got to be careful. You don't want to come anywhere close to where this crossbar is catching the blade in the closed position because you don't want to hit anything. But you could definitely open that up a little bit more. So I like this one a lot. I picked this one up off Amazon. Then they reached out to me and asked me if I was interested in checking anything out. So they have a premium version of this knife. And I was thinking it was, just like this one because it's the same design. So here's the premium version. So you have this beautiful contoured carbon fiber. No voids that I noticed. Nice contouring. Nice and lightweight. Black liners. I'm guessing they're stainless. I'll check them in just one second. Aluminum geared backspacer. Milled tie pocket clip. Semi crown spine it looks like. Nice and smooth action. Same blade. Just overall package is a little shorter as you can see. So the top one has a 3.03 inch blade and then 6.97 overall. And the premium one has a 2.6 inch blade, M390 steel, carbon fiber, and it's 6.1 inches. This one's $48. This one's $138. So even though it is a smaller knife, I got to say I can cram 4 fingers on there if I want, my medium-sized hands. Super lightweight. Now you do have to be careful if you do the drop like this. Whoop. You got to be careful that you don't have your hand like this to where it'll catch this part of your skin. I've had some Benchmates do that before. Now if you have large, extra large hands, this one's probably going to be a little too small for you. But if you have medium-sized hands, it should fit your hands perfectly. Got my handy-dandy magnet right here. Yep. So stainless steel liners. If I didn't say, is the C053. We have 2 more new Walmart fixed blades coming from Swiss Tech. And I got to say, this is pretty impressive. So this one right here is the Swiss Tech. I'm not going to try to butcher the name, but there's a name right there. It's a polymer sheath. It's not the best sheath in the world. And then you have this flimsy belt clip attachment, but you do have some other lashing points there. Got a nice little ramp right there. Now, it does hold the knife in there. No rattle so far. But I just love the overall profile of this one. This is an EDC size. I can cram 4 fingers on there. It's like 6.01, I think, inches long. So you have this big bellied, I guess, yeah, drop point. And then check that coating out. They have a name for it. It's pretty thick traction coating there. It almost seems like a rhino liner, truck bed liner, spray on liner, whatever. That's what it feels like, and that's what it looks like. Very nice contouring on the black canvas micarta. You have red G10 liners and a little attitude adjuster on the back. Very lightweight. I think this would make a cool little companion knife. And it's full flat ground, D2 steel. And it feels like it's got decent geometry. So if y'all want me to do full testing on this one and the next one, y'all let me know. And I think the best thing about this one is I think it was like $35 or less, one of the two. Now the next Swiss Tech is even more impressive, I think. If you're looking for a bigger fixed blade, so it's another Swiss Tech, but a much bigger. I think it's like a little bit over 10 inches long. Same polymer sheath. Now this one has the rotating clip. So if you want it to carry it scout carry, vertical, if you want to cant it, you could. No rattle yet. Same type of sheath. Now, this one is a stout fixed blade. I plan on doing some torture testing with this one. So, got that same traction coated D2 blade. Big old chunk of D2. This is like 0.20. And the name on this one, is it the Kraftig? Right there. Attitude adjuster, same type of scales. This one has a bow drill divot in there. I'll never use that. Feels decent in hand initially. You got decent thickness, nice contouring. They're nice and grippy scales. You know, and I can look past some of the flaws like that sheath and the way these red G10 liners are a little oversized. There's like shadow box in there, so I can kind of feel that. I can look over that because this beast of a fixed blade is only 40 bucks. And this one, for as big as it is and as thick as it is, has really good geometry. Now, you know, it's not always the best thing when it comes to something you may use harder. But I'm going to be probably torture testing this one. If y'all want to see it, y'all just need to let me know that down in the comments. Now, if y'all want to see this one and not the other one or vice versa, y'all let me know that as well. Now, the same buddy who sent me the HOKC knife and the Boker Magnum Rockstub, he also sent me an EDC fixed blade / neck knife, and it was kind of a joke. He said, tell me this fixed blade doesn't look identical to another knife that you know of. And I said, okay, can't wait to check this one out. So, comes with a Kydex sheath. I think he paid 20 bucks for this or something like that on Amazon. Belt clip attachment, lashing points. Now, for such a small knife, I don't know why in the world they went with a 2-part sheath like this. Look how wide this is. You could have made it such a clean, minimal sheath. You got grippy G10 here, full tank construction. It holds it in there, nice. Absolutely no rattle. You could definitely wear this neck carry if you wanted to. Maybe that's why they did this, so they could have the 2 eyelets like that if you neck carry it. So this is coming from TANSOLE, and as soon as I saw this, I was like, yep, I know exactly what that looks like. Pretty much a complete knockoff of the Civivi Cubit, except shrink down. So I got a laugh out of it. I don't know. It seems like, you know, everybody's trying to cash in on the fact of how popular the Cubit is for a good reason. So it's got a D2 blade, and this thing is thick as, look how big that bevel is. And it, if I had to take a guess, is probably 26 to 28 thousandths behind the edge. Let's see. Maybe not. I could be wrong, but it just feels like that. So there's the model number there. I guess I could link this if y'all are interested. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I'll have to ask him if he'll send me the link to this. But yeah, this is definitely a thing. I would love it if Civivi came out with a EDC fixed blade Cubit about the same size as the actual Cubit. That would be great. This thing is like a 3-finger grip knife. You know, I guess to make a quick cut. Well, that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. Leave a comment. And if you're not already, consider hitting that subscribe button. Have you tried any of these knives yet? If so, let me know what you think about them down in the comments. And like I said earlier, let me know which ones you would like to see a review on first. And if there's any of them you don't want to see a review on, also let me know that. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everyone. And until next time, keep your blade sharp, smile more, and